Hello everyone, it's Maggie. It's been a while, so I'm gonna catch you up really fast, and then more excitingly, I have some books I have to unbox from BookOutlet, so stay tuned for that. I tried making some videos the past couple years, but it hasn't been consistent. The last couple years have been those of a learning variety. There have been some ups, there have been some very low downs. As you know, I have anxiety and depression, and they were very active the past couple years. From that, I've learned some really important things. I know how to take care of myself better. I can't say enough. Therapy, everyone. Therapy is amazing and beautiful, and I recommend it to literally anyone if you have a mental illness. If you don't have a mental illness, it's just really amazing having an unbiased person listen to you and just kind of like work through your problems with you. It's just amazing. 10 out of 10 would recommend. But I'm back and I'm actually now employed, so that's super fun. I'm not actually starting for the next like 2.5 weeks, but it's nice to know I have a job because I've been searching for a very long time and it's been very tough for an anxious BB. Looking back, this time last year, I am so much happier now. This time like 2 years ago, so much happier now. Maybe even 3 years ago. I am just doing so well and I am so happy. That being said, I still have anxiety. Every now and then I still have a little bit of depression. I've basically learned how to live with that, and I'm finding my way to just like live my life with this anxiety that's just gonna hop along with me, but it's not going to control my life. I also, over these past months, have been making some videos that I just haven't edited yet, and I think I'm still going to edit and upload them. They're just going to be from like a while ago. I think I'm still going to edit those and put them up after this video, but I just wanted you to know with the initial hello, I'm back video. Anyway, we're now moving on to the BookOutlet unboxing. Anyway, you know what? Okay. Oh, I thought I could just rip this open, but maybe I'm not strong enough. Woo. Okay, got one. Oh my god, I love books so much. Okay, I love struggling. Okay. The first book I have is The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. That has to be wrong. This is the first book in a fantasy series, Golden End Pages. I'm so excited about this book. This is fantasy, as I said. It takes place in the 1800s in Cairo. Follows this woman. She kind of plays these little cons on people. She reads palms. She does a lot of kind of like magical things. She has like little gifts, and she kind of uses that to con people. And then she accidentally conjures up this like sly warrior person, and the warrior tells her about this city of brass that's like across the deserts, across the land. She wants to go there. I want to start this right. Oh, wait, Then we have a book that I'm sure almost anyone who watches BookTube constantly, like I do, has heard of. And it is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I've heard mixed reviews about this book. I've heard that this is some people's favorite books. I've heard that this book is absolutely terrible. I haven't heard that many in between, so I'm interested to see how I will feel about this book. Sorcery of Thorns follows a foundling who has become a librarian. But this library is special because books have their own like will, and they are entities? They have their own conscience. It kind of confuses me. They're like monsters. The books are monsters. Some of them are, all of them are. I don't know. I would have to read this to actually understand fully, I think. But she is a protector of sorts, and one of them gets away. And to save basically the entirety of these libraries, she has to match up with this sorcerer who she has always thought of to be evil, because sorcerers are like the bad guys. But he is like mysterious and like cute. So, of course, she's gonna probably fall for him. I'm pretty sure she falls for him. But anyway, adventure ensues. Next, we have The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I don't know much about this book, and honestly, the book flap doesn't really tell you that much. It follows a poor girl who gets into an elite academy. She gets like almost a perfect score, and everyone thinks that she must have cheated to be able to get in. But lies. She's just amazing and smart. Also, she has a gift for shamanism, and there are wars happening. There have already been 2 Poppy Wars, and the third one might start soon. Basically, I heard a booktuber talk about this book, and they described it in like the perfect way, and she also gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It was like one of her new favorites, and I'm just a sucker for when booktubers are like, you have to read this I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. You have to. I just really want to read it because she said I should. If I find the quote that she said, I'll insert it here. So, the YouTuber I was talking about is Throne of Pages. Her name is Isabella. She is absolutely adorable, and I would 10 out of 10 recommend you go follow her right now. But, of course, I could not find the clip. What I did find was her basically telling you in one of her videos that this is based on a true event that happened in Japan a long time ago, of a horrible genocide that happened. And this is the story of that intermixed with, like, fantasy. So, I think that's why I was so intrigued, but for some reason in my mind, I remember her comparing it to a adult version of a YA novel, or like a grittier version of a YA novel, and me being like, oh my god, that sounds so good. But in her video, she literally compared it to Nevernight, which is another adult book that I have never read, so like, that wouldn't really intrigue me all that much. So, in summation, I couldn't find the clip. If not, then this has been awkward. Then we have The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell, which is the second book in the Last Magician series. I own the first one in paperback, and this book is thick. I have just started The Last Magician. It was during my book slump. I could tell that it was a good book, but I just like didn't have any energy to read at that time, so I just kind of put it down, and I've been meaning to pick it up again, but like I know that I'm gonna like it a lot. I ended up picking up the second one in the series because I knew I was really gonna like the first one. It's basically everything I like: time traveling, magicians, New York City, y'all. The first one also follows a heist, so like, anyway, so this is book 2, and I needed it for when I finished book 1. From this point on, you will now hear my dad making dinner in the other room, and I just continued filming. So, there's gonna be some background noises. Sorry. Next, I have The Night Tiger by Yangzi Chu. The Night Tiger follows a girl. I know, none of these books that I have talked about follow girls, but this follows a girl who is trying to work in a dance hall to pay off her mom's debts, and this takes place in the 1930s in colonial Malaysia, and this sounds like a lot of magical realism happening, which is one of my favorite things, especially when it's combined with historical fiction. It is my shit. Basically, what sets off this adventure is the main girl. She finds a severed finger in her dance partner's coat jacket that he has left behind, and she's like, what the heck? And then this 11-year-old boy is trying to find the finger because it's his master's finger that he has to bury with his master's body, otherwise his master's body is going to roam the earth forever. So he has to find the finger within 49 days. And then there's also these mysterious murders happening in the village, and on top of that, men that can turn into tigers. Into it. Next, we have The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James, and this book is meant to be a little bit of a suspense novel, I believe. So this book follows a girl that is alone on a ship sailing away from Earth. Spaceship. Sailing away from Earth. And she's the daughter of 2 scientists that I believe are in like those like plasma chambers where you are like asleep so you live longer in space. I'm not a scientist, so I can't explain it. But she is born in space, I believe, and she is the loneliest girl in the universe. She literally is completely alone on the ship, basically, because everyone else is like asleep in their little chambers. And she just gets occasional messages from her therapist, except then she finds out that NASA is sending another ship into space along with her. So she starts talking to the commander of that other ship, and like crazy things happen. Next, I got Saw Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. This book is like straight up thriller. This is a YA thriller that takes place on an island where girls have gone missing for a very long time, and no one has really looked into it until now. And there's talk of this monster that lives in the woods and takes the girls, but it's kind of like a campfire story, but it's connected to real life, which is the girls going missing. And then I think finally someone decides to do something about it, and that is what this book is. Next, we have Middle Game by Shannon McGuire, which is literally the whole reason why I put in this book order, because I saw that this was on BookOutlet, and books like this come along every once in a while and then they're gone. It was so cheap. I forget how much it was, probably like $7, and I was like, I have to have it. I've been reading her other series, the Every Heart a Doorway series, and I absolutely love her writing. It's just so dark and mysterious. This book follows Roger and Dodger. They're twins. They're not human, but they don't know that they're not human. They're not gods, but they're on their way to be gods. And they were created by Reed, and Reed has plans basically to take over America with Roger and Dodger. I'm excited. Then, again, by Shannon McGuire, I have In an Absent Dream. Oh my god, I got all hardbacks. I mean, well, also This is the 4th book in Every Heart a Doorway series. It is literally spectacular. I don't understand why these books are so short, because they should be 10 times longer, because they're beautiful. It is wild. It's basically like a dark Alice in Wonderland door meets C.S. Lewis Narnia, but dark. And in the first book, there's an academy. Basically, like, for certain children, there are these doors to special other worlds where they are meant to be, not the real world, but this other world. And so they find these doors. Most people can only enter once, and then if they leave, it is almost impossible to ever find your door again. It's just wild. I got the first 3 books from the library and I am loving them, so I'm excited to get onto this one. Y'all, read this series, please. Next I have Dead Girls Society by Michelle Kreis. Okay, this follows a girl named Hope. She has cystic fibrosis and everyone in her life babies her and she's sick of it. So she runs away to a New Orleans suburb where she gets invited to the society. And to become part of the society, she has to complete these dares and she might even win money. But the society is dangerous. You should be careful. The society is not what it seems. No way, a secret society being evil? No one saw that coming. I love secret societies and games and creepy things. Then we have Heretics Anonymous, which is the only contemporary novel in this haul. This follows a group of people that are in a Catholic school, but it's a bunch of people that, for whatever reason, they're kind of like outliers in this Catholic school. The main character, Michael, is an atheist, and he befriends this girl, Lucy, who wants to be a priest. And if you know anything about Catholicism, women can't be priests. So he joins this group called Heretics Anonymous. And this book is supposed to be really funny and written really well and kind of like an interesting commentary on religion and beliefs. I just need to read it. It says a divine comedy at the top and it looks amazing, not gonna lie. And the last book I have for you today is Girls with Sharp Sticks by Suzanne Young. This takes place in an academy where they basically try to take away all individuality of these young women. They won't think outside of the box thoughts. They won't challenge anything. They will be perfect little cookie cutter women. So wildly enough, the main character is like, no. And she and her friends uncover a dark secret. And she and her friends start to dig into the academy, and who would have thought there's some dark stuff going on. I also love books like this. Much like secret societies, cults, schools, like any shady shit going on, I'm into it. I want to break it down. People's psyches are like so interesting to me. Why people do what they do. That is like something I love. It's like taking these extremes, putting people in these extreme situations and being like, what would they do? And I love that. I don't know if anyone out there also, I mean, I'm just so quirky, but I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. Absolutely love it. True crime documentaries, series, love it. So I am kind of surprised why it took me so long to get into this type of stuff, but here we are. So that is actually the end of this particular haul, and I'm really excited. I am so excited to read all these books, and I hope that you come again later on. I don't know when exactly I will be posting videos. I'm going to try to get on a schedule where I'm posting once a week. I just have a lot of fun content planned, and I'm excited to be back on here. So if you liked this video, please like or comment or subscribe. You know what? I just love hearing from you guys. I have really, really nice subscribers, and guys, I'm back. See you next time.